How's it guys, Craig here with another video, and today we are walking through the Paradox mission on Destiny. Now as you can see, when you load the mission, you start outside the Vault of Glass. Now if you haven't done the Vault of Glass raid yet, which should be a small minority of you, then you need to go and do it before you complete this mission. If you don't, this story isn't going to make any sense, nor is the mission really. Now this is one of the few missions in Destiny or Destiny Vanilla Year 1, or 1.5 I should say, where the story is actually quite a good one. It's called Paradox for a reason, and I will get into that nearer the time. But what you need to do is just go up to the top. Now before you had to kill an absolute crap ton of these people before you could get through the door, but this time the door is actually going to open for you. I don't think I was supposed to kill these guys, but meh, they were in my way. I'm pretty sure you can sneak past them, but anyway, the door opens either way. And you need to go down to the Vault of Glass until you get to here. Now when you get to here, this is where it changes from the vault, obviously significantly. So you need to go to the entrance, which would normally take you to the next stage, and as you can see, it's open from your previous visit. But it's not going to let you through because, guess what, the Taken are here. Now, you have to eliminate, I believe it's 3 or 4 waves of Taken enemies. Now, this is significantly harder than anything you probably have done to this stage except for Rage. These enemies are powerful, they damage you quickly. I took my Hunter in them, which is a bad idea because my Hunter is probably my weakest character, and I did this on my own. Now I would suggest going in with a fire team, it will make it significantly easier. Me doing this on my own was not a good idea, and as you'll see from the footage, the amount of times I was red barred or I couldn't see like that, it was a bad idea going in on my own. This is definitely a mission, as is normally the case with Destiny, where if you go in with a fire team it is much better. Now just to give you a brief outline as to what this mission actually is, a guy called Praedyth, which you probably have heard of, his names and weapons like Praedyth's Revenge, and there's a few others as well, has sent a distress call from the Vault of Glass. Now obviously he wasn't there in the first one, or when you go through the raid effectively. It's not someone that we see, so this is a mystery for the Guardians and the Vanguard. So obviously you've been sent to find out where the distress call is coming from, and if it's the case that Praedyth is alive. If he is, we'll soon see. Now this is just a final wave of enemies being finished off here. A high powered weapon like the Doctrine of Passing is good for these types of enemies. There's also the Hawk Saw, perhaps, is a good option. But anyway, as you can see here, that's done. You need to go down into the vault as you normally would, again, which is why I say it's imperative that you do the raid before you attempt this mission, to know where you're going. And you need to kill this dude here. He's not normally here, I don't know why he's there, but we killed him anyway, or attempted to. And then you hit the deck. Now when you hit the deck, this is where it changes. You've got no map marker, but you can see enemies popping up on as a sensor echo on your map. So just follow the enemies round and be prepared. Because not only are you going to get blue spunk flown at you, it's either blue or purple spunk these days, you can see that big guy right there, Morpheon the Blighted Mind. Now supers do significant damage to him, so make sure you've got a super ready for the first time that you see him. And then you have to, he'll disappear fairly after the first strike. So you need to kill this wave of enemies. As I said, there's no map marker, so you are just going to have to follow your radar as to where the enemies are spawning, and then it will lead you to the big guy. He should have been looking. So yeah, there we go, just follow him around, and as you can see, the big guy is there. Now, when you do half damage to the big guy, you need to take these green orbs out. If you don't take those orbs out, no damage can be done to him. So you need to ensure that you'll take those orbs out. There's about 3 waves of these orbs. I should have killed him there. It's frustrating I didn't kill him. But make sure you get these orbs. Now, you're going to have to be careful as well, because you can have wave upon wave of enemies. So you need to make sure that you're killing the enemies and then the orbs, and then you can get the big guy. And that is it mainly for the enemies in this mission. Now, you've taken out the enemy that's blocking the signal.
Signal's gone.
And as you can see, the signal's just gone. So we've now got a signal marker to find out where that's come from. And unfortunately, as you can see here, the bones of the guy that we were just speaking to. And this is where the paradox name comes into it. Paradox, it's a temporal paradox, and those that watch Star Trek know what that means. It must have been a communication system that went into the past, or into the future, and then we heard what he was saying, but unfortunately he was already dead. But that's it for this mission. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one. I've been Keifski, weapons free.